custometraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I'm here to talk about the wonderful and amazing FileMaker platform. Hey Nick, how you doing?
Hello, Marge. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good, glad to hear it. So we are going to be finishing up this mini series on building custom logic outside of FileMaker Pro Schema today, and then tomorrow, next 2 days are going to be FileMaker Go adventures, and then pretty much the next 2 weeks we are taking totally off. We will be back as of the 6th, and we'll be doing 2 weeks of like Nick shenanigans. We'll have Claris pop up. We'll have some fun things about JSON query. We will also have Christian Schmitz has a series he wants to do with us, so we'll be doing that for the very first 2 weeks. And then on the 21st, we're going to be start doing this Claris FileMaker training for beginning developers. I have a link to that you can sign up, which I will share. Basically, this is for pretty much anyone who is either totally new to the platform or is intermediate and wants to refresh some of their skills. We go from very, very, very basic to very intermediate over the course of about 60-ish days. So we're going to be doing this for weeks, for basically January, February, and pretty much all of March. We might bleed into April, I'm not totally sure. Engage is in there at some point, so we'll probably be taking a break for that. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to pick up one of our training bundles. Every once in a while, I get someone that gives me a comment on a YouTube video that goes like, hey, I really don't like the format of your guys' streams. And this is what the videos are for. Also, frankly, we don't really do the streams in a we do, like I said, the once a year like big like beginner to intermediate thing, but our actual subscription goes through the content of FileMaker and learning how to use it much slower. It covers very specific topics. It's all very animated, and we stay on point. The advantage of doing this series, it's a good overall overview. It tells you, gets you going in the right direction. And also it's live, so you can ask questions. I will say also that the recordings for the series will not be free this year. The recordings for this year will be part of the annual subscription bundle. The actual live stream, if you catch it live, is of course free. I do not charge any of you to come here, obviously. It's always good to see you. Okay, so with that all being said, and my voice is having issues, I need to drink some water. Nick, what are we doing today?
Hey, Marge. Okay, so what do you do today? We do the last day of the um, external schema, right? The
Mm-hmm.
external schema. Okay, so what the external schema? So let's recap a little bit. It's when you want to have calculations, right? That happen um, uh, normally, like a normal calc, but instead of being hard coded inside the field definition, the calculation lives uh, externally. No, it lives in a record. It lives as data in a field, in a record somewhere, right? So it helps having one given field, could be amount, could be whatever you want. And this field can receive a limited calculation. That means can be anything on the fly. You don't have to have this given field with very complicated, cumbersome, hard-coded calculations. Instead, the calc lives outside externally, like I can show you here. So, like we have here, we have a table with records, right? And we have calculations, right? Written in a way that you would have written in a calc dialog. It's the same. They are the same as a calc dialog, right? Right? They look the same. They are exactly the same, but they are not in a calc dialog. They are outside the calc dialog. Okay. So remember why the first time I built this, and it was in 2011. No, in 2010. That's the first time I built this, right? So like almost 15 years ago. And I was at Claris back in the day at FileMaker Incorporated. And I was building a database that was dealing with all the HTML code for all the different theme in FileMaker, right? So, and this database was so freaking complicated because everything was hard coded. So I came with this technique and say, okay, yeah, okay, but for each different theme, and if so, we will have a different code based on a record, not hard coded, and that makes everything much simpler, right? So, so this is when you have one field, like for example, here I have one field, right? Here, this field, and this field receives different calcs depending on what I'm selecting here. The calc will be different, right? So, but the calc is not hard coded. So the calc is in a field here. And the field here, the given field, the target field, will evaluate the calculation on the fly based on that record, right? So, and that makes everything simple. So that was for the logic. But now I want to. So do we have a question from yesterday? Well, I don't think so. I think we
Uh,
handle.
yeah, we actually we got all of them. Yeah, okay, so we're good.
So we got them all right.
Yes. So,
Okay. So now I want to show you something that we can do the same for scripting as well. Well, that means we can have a combination of not only we get the calc from the record, but also we can get the scripts. So we can execute a script on the fly, and we can execute different scripts based on different records, right? Why is because now we have this perform script, right? We can either from the list, that means we select the script that we have in the script workspace, or by name. That means we can enter the name of the scripts as is. So the script could be anywhere, right? So let's give an example. Let's say here, I have this script, and I'm putting the script name here, right, in this field. And then let's undo this. Okay. And then I have here a script, right? Executes by name, right? And I have perform scripts, not this one. And I say by name, and I'm going to get the name from this field, right? Well, if I have here, so let's do script like this for the demo. I have scripts A, which is, oops, okay, cool. I was here and I was on servers and I was here, script A, and I have beep many times, okay? And here I have script B, right? And this is show, no, show dialog, hello A, no, hello B, right? And I have another one, script B, script C. And this is, or are you, okay? So I have three scripts here. And I'm going to put the scripts A here in this record, the B here in this record, and the C here, this record, right? And now I'm going to have a button here, right? I'm performing this one, right? And this one execute the script based on whatever name I have in this field. So if I execute this, the script executed will be the A. If I go to that record, the script executed here will be the B, right? And if I do here, you guessed it, the script will execute it, the C, script C. So I can have a script based on the record, right? So I can execute the script I want. So I don't need, again, a bunch of if, perform scripts, else if, perform scripts. I don't need this. You know what I mean? We all build something like this, right? If this, perform, if else if perform, else if perform, else. So we don't need that anymore. We just need one unique script step, right? So if we don't have any question, I can go to a demo
No
and show
questions
you
at the moment.
how I'm using this.
So you are good.
Okay. So the demo will be, because I had to do that recently, the demo will be you select a service in an invoice, right? But the item in the invoice are different. They are different, and I mean, when you select a service, you want something in your items, right? You want to create multiple records in your items based on the service you picked. So, for example, so technically, I never do that. I never do add line item and then straight do this and select here. I'm not doing this. This is, in terms of UI and UX, this is wrong. Why? Because I have no support, right? So let's do a little bit of design now. It is missing a support. So if I want something, in that case, if I want something to happen here when I select this, other than a calc, I need a trigger. I need to put a trigger here. When you do this, that means it's missing something. You is missing a piece in your UI. Okay. So what is missing is this. So select service card, right? And so you have this card. It's a small one like this, right? And inside here, you need a global, right? No, service, no, service. We have a global here. It's a storage global, right? You drag it here, right? And and you put the service here, right? Then you have a cancel, which is pretty much close window. And you have a OK button, which will be something later. Okay? So here you select the service, you have the cancel button, right? So when you have this now, right, I need a relationship, right, between my, actually it's between this and the services ID service. And this relationship will be between the selected service and ID service. So that now I can say from whatever I put in this field, that will activate a relationship and I will get information on the related record based on the selection I have here, right? For example, if I use this and I want to know the scripts selected, right? You can do this. Yeah, since I'm going to give you the file, I want the file to be neat. So if I do this and I select travel, I will execute the script A. If I select product, that will be the script C, right? Why have this? It's weird. It should see the I should see the global. Yeah, I should have the I should see the on the second override formatting. Yeah. So when you see when this happened, right here, I said I remember yesterday I showed you I want to see. I'm seeing here the name of the title of the service, but when I select, I see the ID, but I shouldn't. So when that happens, is because you need to click here, override data formatting with value list. Okay, you need that to be selected, right? So now it works. So see, I have now a relationship between whatever I select here and this record, right? So I have access to this, correct? Right? So now that I have this, so I know the service, I know everything. So I want to create, based on this, here, I want to create line items here, right? Based on the scripts, right? Depending on the scripts, it could be different, right? And I'm going to show you. So that for different service, I will have different behavior, right? So for example, so now let's duplicate this layout. Okay. And this is logic, right? Okay. So let's go to the scripts because I'm going to modify I don't need this. right? And I don't need this neither. Okay, so this, I'm going to open a window, right? And I'm going to open the window, new window, in a constant window. The layout will be whatever in my card. And this, what it looks like. I click here, I have this. I'm selecting a service. So what service I want to add, right? Product, travel, whatever. So you select whatever you want. But now I have a support. This is my support, right? This is my support. So I can do something. So now that's why sometimes you have dialogues. Dialogues are meant for this. Dialogue, they are meant to let you pick something and then based on that selection, do something, right? This is the purpose of a dialogue. In this case here, when you click, in this case here, when you click and you add something directly like this, right, is missing a dialogue, is missing something, is missing a support. Yes, you create the record, but now what? So now you select something. Yes, but I want to create multiple different things based on my selection. So yeah, you can do a freaking trigger and you don't know what happened. You have no clue. It's not clean. And you don't know neither what is happening here. You click add item. Okay, you add an item, right? Okay, so and now what? Here in this strategy, right? You click here, boom, select a service, right? And then I know the selected script will be script A. So you can put information, you can put something to your users. And the button here, the click, the OK click, that will be a different click on different scripts, but this will happen before, the click happen, not after. And then you need a trigger. You understand the problem here? So and you can cancel close, right? So you have a cancel, say, no, you can click and then cancel. Okay, so now you understand that if I click here and I select travel, that will be the script A involved, right? But let's say I want something here. Let's say I want, when I select travel plus payload, I want something to happen. I want an item, right? I want all the trucks and the total of the trucks of the payload, right? Something like this, you know. So for this invoice, if I do a travel with payload, right, I want to list all the trucks I have for that invoice. So remember, I have this, and this. I want this to be listed. And then I want an extra item that says total payload. And I want 75 plus 250 plus 500 total, right? And I want the amounts, right? So let's do this. So something simple. I don't want to, but this is how I'm using this, right? So, but this, I want that to happen if I select travel plus payload. If I select labor, I don't want that, right? So I want the script to be different on different selection. but I want to demonstrate how I'm doing this, how you can go and select, right? So since I think you got it, what the script means, how, did you get it? The thing, do we have questions or did you get it? The benefit of generating executing a script based on the record, based on the ID when you select something. Did you get it? It's like the logic benefits, but for scripts. So did you get it? So maybe you can ask.
David said it's okay, which I assume means that he has mostly gotten it. Yeah, he's following.
Okay, so who is using this, by the way? Who is using the perform script by name, which is the same as set field by name, right? I mean, it's the same benefits, instead of having a set field hard coded, right? We can say set field by name, right? Same here, perform script by name from the list. Here a demonstration on how I'm doing this. So we have some time, so I'm going to, show you. So I want this to happen. So obviously I need to go to the tracks, right? Do some stuff, right? So here how I'm doing this. Separation. And this will be the scripts, right? Um, um, generate items, trucks plus payload. Okay. Okay. So this is each time I'm doing the same mistake. Okay. Of course, this has to be on server because otherwise doesn't look good, doesn't behave good, and it's good for the demo, right? Okay. So how I'm doing this. First, I need to know the invoice I'm in. Okay, the invoice I'm in. So the current invoice ID. I need to collect this. Invoice. Okay, I need to collect the invoice. Then I need to close the window. Remember, this script will be generated from here. So I want this window to go away, right? Then I'm performing the scripts on server, right? But also, sorry, I need to get whatever script name that this will return. Remember, I want to know here, I'm going to select something here. The script will be different, right? So I need to know that script. Why? I'm going to close the window and then I need to select by name. And the name is this, the current script name that this relationship will give me. Okay. So now we're good. Okay. I mean, we're good for this script. Now let's go here. So I need, oh, by the way, sorry. I need to send to that script whatever ID is here because this script on server, I need to get that from the script parameter, right? And then I can do my stuff. So what we do first, we go to the layout track. And here we perform a find. I want all the track related to this invoice, right? And then here, I want to export the records, correct? But I need to export the record, right? And from tracks, and I want the load and the type, right? And the ID invoice. So I have the ID invoice, the type, and the load. I'm exporting this. But where I export this? Well, we need to set the path. We need to set this. And we are going to set a variable with the path, correct? So what will be the path? Well, I have a custom function for you that is very useful. And this is this one. It's doing this for you. It's doing this determination. The FileMaker, FileWin, or file based on the platform. So you don't need to take care of this, right? So I'm going to put this function here. Then it's available to me, right? So pretty much it's taking care of this. FileMaker, FileWin, you understand? Because we need that. So based on the custom function, we return that. So the file prefix, and wherever you want the file to be exported. I need to export this to the desktop for now. Desktop. Oh. Okay. And we need a file name, but I don't care about the name. So typically what I do this to make sure the file name is always different. And the extension, we use CSV. So this, right, we return something like this, right? File Mac, because I'm on a Mac. Where is my desktop? The file name and CSV, right? That's what returns. So now I can use this path here, right? It can be a tab separations. It's better. Both are CSV, tab and comma, both are CSVs. Okay. So, and I'm exporting this. So far I want to do this, right? Just this, and I explain why. So I open this window and let's go to this record here. I copy the name of the scripts. And wherever is my travel plus payload, the script will be this one. This is the script I want to execute when I select this. Okay. So I'm going here. I select payload. So this is generate items, trucks plus payload script that we, and I'm executing it, right? Oh, I need to do that manually. I execute here manually. Why? Is because I need to generate a file on my desktop, right? Oh, why? Maybe I don't have the, okay, so I need a close window here. Yeah, sometime. Okay, so why it didn't find the trucks? The invoice is the good one. 260. When I'm here, that weird. It should have worked. Oh, it's because of this. Okay, I understand. So I need to go. I need to export this file in order to create an import, because I'm going to export and import. So I need to export this file at least once, right? So now it's on my, that is here, right? So I create a file, right? So now I can say, go to layouts, item, and I'm going to say import record. But to import the record, to set, the map, I need a file at least to build the scripts, right? So I'm going to select this file I just generated. And now I can do this, right? But, oh, tab. Okay. So now I can do this. I can build my file. So this is it. And I'm going to import in T13. This is the invoice here. This is the description. It was good description. And this is the, what's the name? This is what's the quantity. Yeah, the quantity. Oh, I was good. Okay. This is invoice, description, and quantity, right? This is what I have here, right? So I'm okay. Logic placeholder. Okay. Okay. So what the script do? It goes, right, to the track. He look for the track. He export the record. I go to invoice item and I import the record using the file that I have here on the path, right? Actually, I can say it was a, yeah, CSV, okay, right? So I export the record, go and import the record. So let's see what this do, okay? So let's import this. So let's see what this do on server, right? What this script will do. So I go to, can close this. I go to my card and I attach the scripts, which is this. No, execute by name. Execute by name, right? No. Yeah, execute by name. Sorry for that. This is wrong. Yeah, so here I execute this. So I don't really need this because this script is the one I click here. This script here will execute whatever script I have in here. Don't worry, I'm going to explain that to you, right? And the script here will be this one. And this one will execute the one on server. So let's see if it works, and then I'm going to explain that to you. So I'm here and select this, right? This here says, okay, which script you need to execute now. So I have a script that is going to perform a script based on what I ask here. I said I want to generate item track. So I get the ID of the invoice where I'm in, right? Then I close the window, and then I'm generating this script on server, but I want you guys to see that script, right? So we say a new window, perform scripts. This mechanism here, it's like generating a script on server, but locally. It will do a simulation like the script will have been performed on server, but it's not on server, it's local. But for the script, it will be in the same situation, okay? That allows us to see what happened because you cannot debug a script on server. So you click here, I want to, which scripts I will generate? Well, I will execute, well, it generate the item tracks, right? Okay, so I'm in. So the script has been selected based on the name I have on the field. Close this, and then I'm generating the scripts. I'm performing the script. Go to this track, I look for my tracks, I export everything, right? I go to the invoice item, and I import them. Boom, right? See, I imported this, right? So let's see, because I don't want the path to be on. Okay. So what would have been on server, right? So here, click, I want this, boom. My free items has been created, right? You understand? So now it's missing here this, right? I mean, it's missing this, but I mean, it's missing the what's the name? It's missing the last row that I want to create, right? So let's delete this, right? So when you're here, right, I'm executing these scripts, but I need the invoice ID, and on the same time, I need the service ID. When I'm here, whatever service I selected here, and I'm going to send both to the server. Here, I need both parameters, this and this. I'm sending that to the server, right? So I'm selecting this. So this will be the first value of the parameter, right? And this will be the second value of the parameter. Because I'm sending two things. I'm sending the ID and the ID of the invoice and the ID of the service. And the script will do this. And when I import this, I do a new record, set fields in the 13 with the ID service to be this, right? And what that will do, well, remember, this service, not only I have the script name that I want to execute, but I have also a logic, right? I have two things. So now this will do this. Okay, something wrong. Why it didn't work? Servers. Let me see. Yeah, only always on server, it could be tricky. It did it. Yeah, but this was the last time it did that, but oh, I didn't put the ID invoice here. But yeah. Oh yeah. So it's just is missing. So why is not coming here? Yeah, it should say 84. So import commit. I think I need to do a commit, right? But I need this and I need this also. I need to set this and this. So let's do it again. Okay. He's doing it, but for unknown reason. Yeah, always, when you want to do a demo, always it's there. It's there. That weird. Yeah, it's a refresh issue, right? Right? It's a refresh issue. But anyway, um, the it did the job, but I don't know why that's a refresh issue here. Uh, Even though if I do anyway. So do I have any question for that? So you understand that the scripts, I can run different script on different items without selecting the script under else if else if else if else if like this, right? So and the script name is on the record, right?
Yes. Someone was bringing up as a comment that the export script step doesn't work on server.
Yeah, it worked. Pro of it. I'm doing it. It's there's only one thing that doesn't work on server. So if you want to know what works on server,
Mm-hmm.
you have the filter here on server. So the export field content doesn't work, but export record, of course, yes. But there's some limitation. So we have a webinar on exporting stuff on server, no?
I think so, but I will go double check. I remember this being
Yeah.
a discussion.
Okay, so let me explain. Yes, you can export records on server, but you are limited on our file type. You can't export XML, you can't export Excel, you can't export FileMaker Pro, neither HTML table. You're only limited on those two. Maybe merge and DBF as well. But let's see what the help says about this. But yes, export from field content you can't, right? For that you need a plugin, and you need the oh, what's the name of this plugin? You need base element. So export field contents. No, export record. So what they say on server. So see, they said on server is partial. They don't say no. They said partial, right? So on server side, exporting to FMP12 format is not supported, and only certain folder can be accessed, right? So you have only this document temporary. That's all. You cannot go to desktop, right? You cannot, just those. You cannot go outside of those, right? So this is one restriction. And I'm not sure if Excel is supported, but they said yes. So yeah, you can export on server, but partial, right? That's why. Maybe Excel we can. I never try. I never do Excel. I prefer to do CSV, which is lighter. I think yeah, Excel we can. Yeah, Excel we can. Uh, Maybe it's only the FileMaker. You cannot export as FileMaker. You cannot do like exports and select this. You can do that. So if you want to know what the platform can do, what is restricted, you have this filter here and you say, okay, on server and everything that is not available on server, like save as, right? But save as PDF is available. Save as Excel is not. See, this is what I was thinking. I'm not sure export as Excel works. So let's do a try. Let's say I'm going to export as Excel. Yeah. And um, Excel. Let's try. Yeah, it works. Export, import it. So Excel works, but you cannot say save as Excel on server. Don't ask me why. So on servers, you have save as XML, save as PDF, yes. Save as snapshot, yes. Save as add-on package, no. Open, edit, save, no, because you have no, so you have many things. But if you want to know if you have something doesn't work, boom, this filter will help you do that, right? Okay, I'm done. So if we don't have any other questions,
No, I don't see any. I think people are good as far as I can see. Thank you everyone for
okay,
coming. Thank you for doing the series as always. This has been a fun one.
okay.
So,
So we don't see more this year, right?
yes, no, this is your last stream of the year. So, if you got something
Okay,
to say.
okay. So have a great end of the year
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy your day off, your time off. And everybody, thank you for this. What 2024 was an interesting year, and 2025 will be much better.
Thank you very much, Nick. It's been an awesome year. We've had a lot of really amazing streams. It is greatly
Yes.
appreciated as always.
Okay.
People are giving you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. So,
Okay. Thank
I
you.
will see you again in 2025.
Okay. See you. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.